What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 50K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
The first question, what happened in Brighton in 2015?
Yeah, well, we obviously remember getting to the World Cup and massive hype, and I think we had a really awesome preparation here in Durban, in this hotel actually. I remember us training, I mean, we really got put through our paces by Heineke, and guys were really confident. We had huge names in the squad with guys like Victor, Ferry, all those guys, I mean, some proper names, John de Villiers. Yeah, so we got there. I still remember getting on the bus that first game to Japan, and there was something wrong. I think the timing with getting to the game on the bus, like, I mean, it was, we kept on like driving in like around the circle for quite a while, and I mean, everyone in the bus was a bit like, there was a bit of like nervous energy and actually like what's going on. And, yeah, I ended up playing that game, and yeah, things just didn't go well. And I think that Japan pitched up that day and completely shocked us, outplayed us, and yeah, we lost that game that day. And I think, yeah, it's probably the most quiet, it's the most quiet change room I've ever heard in my whole life or ever been a part of, and it was just really.
I don't know too many teams who can lose on the road and then have to drive back with excitement and conversations. Like, that'd be the most quietest rides ever, bro. I had a few of those. Definitely don't talk.
Yeah,
Coach ain't happy.
Team.
Expect who? Anyway, yeah, coach ain't happy about that, because whenever you get off that bus, if he want to, you know what I'm saying, 9 times out of 10 they can get you back on that field and make you do some drills. So yeah, it's a sad moment to lose and have to have those type of rides back. Yeah, those comments not needed though.
It was.
You have to say stuff like that.
We told y'all about our team's rivalry. You know, his team just sucked.
Won.
Come on.
It won.
One time.
100%.
One time.
I was there. That's why.
You was there all the times when they lost.
Oh, you crazy.
Really terrible. I mean, I think it's probably one of my worst experiences as a rugby player, but also one that I like learned a lot from. You know, I think sitting there that day, yeah, some of the senior players in the team at the time like took complete control and kind of like made the decision that we were going to turn the whole thing around. And I mean, we did. We got to that game against the All Blacks and just lost out where I thought we were quite unlucky that day. I think one or two mistakes, and I think we could have gone and actually won a World Cup there in 2015. So yeah, it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, they are
good.
Yeah, like you said, dark times, and it wasn't nice. But yeah, I think after going on and going through those bad times after that, I mean, there were some proper bad times after that where it was pretty, yeah, it was pretty shit. I mean, like.
So you just said, sorry to interrupt you, but you said losing to Japan and Brighton was one of your worst rugby memories.
Yeah.
What are some of your others?
I think that 57-0 in Albany really hurt as well. I think if you're part of any Springbok team, just a loss is really bad. But I think that game was, yeah, it was I think when Rassie came and he kind of explained it as a reality check, and like it kind of was, because we were basically the same group of guys that went on and won the World Cup. So I don't know, like what was, I think that there was a self-belief, like we know that, I don't know what it was, and obviously Rassie came in with a good plan and things like that. But yeah, I think we just had to kind of take a hard look at ourselves, and like I said, like it was a good reality check and just turn it around. But I think with having those bad times, when the good times come, it makes you realise how good the good times are, you know. And I think you grow a lot when shit goes bad. When things go bad, I think that's when you start realising, hey, like, I mean, God, we knew it couldn't get any worse than that. And then the
you gotta love your uncomfortable moments in life, man. That's the best time to grow. Best time to recognize too.
Yeah, but it's good that they had most of the teammates from the 2015 when they lost against the All Blacks. You know, who else would y'all want to lose against? The All Blacks is a good team.
They're very good.
You know, like, y'all are neck and neck on who we like, what we have seen in rugby so far.
Yeah.
So it's good that, you know, they lost one and they won the next one. You know, that's really good.
I feel like, but can you imagine the back end? Like, when you support a team, they just can't do no wrong.
Yeah.
And then when they lose, you're so crushed.
Yeah. That's how it was for...
Was it Westgate game? I know.
No, for the World Cup, the recent one. Oh my, he gonna take dig at me.
I had to get back at you. I had to.
Yeah, just good times, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of time to grow, a lot of thinking, a lot of being inside your head, and those small little voices that they talk about in professional sport. It's a real thing, you know, when you're inside your head a lot, and I think when things aren't going that good,
yes,
those
sir,
voices are a lot louder. So yeah, you learn to control them and try and channel that into the right direction. So yeah, that was great learning curve for me as an individual, and I think for us as a team as well.
It's
What
not a
are the
loss,
voices
man.
saying?
It's a lesson.
Yeah, so those voices are just, oh yeah, I mean, are you good enough? I mean, are you, just, it's more questions, you know. I think there's a lot of, or in professional sport, there's a lot of times where you doubt yourself, you know. It's not a fear, but have I trained hard enough? Am I ready? Am I good enough to be the starting player in this team? Am I good enough to go and win a World Cup? And I think those are all the little daily battles you fight each day, you know, even during lockdown now. You are constantly pushing yourself, and those voices are constantly challenging you. And I mean, obviously, as you grow older, you learn to control those. But I mean, as a 20-year-old or 21-year-old,
Wow.
it's quite hectic, you know. And
Mad
I mean,
young.
you know, there's not really a lot of people to talk to about when you've got those things. So, being in an environment where we weren't constantly and consistently winning, it's quite difficult. But yeah, they make you stronger, and they make you a lot more resilient. So I think that was really good.
Awesome. Tell me, I mean, you've been lucky to play under 3 different coaches for Springboks and Stormcap. You know, having experienced like lows like Brighton, and then obviously in 2016, 2017, you know, some dreadful experiences as a player. What were your feelings when Rassie came in? Did you think he could turn things around? I mean, obviously you're a professional athlete and you have to be, you know, passionate and charismatic, but yeah, did you think to yourself, like, I don't know, in 2 years if we can be at number 3 in the world, that'll be like a victory, you know? Like, how hard was the task for Rassie when he came in, and what did you think he could do?
Yeah, well, I think when Rassie came in, he kind of, it was weird. I mean, obviously learned a lot from all the coaches, but I mean, I think when Rassie came in, he if I could describe it as saying he focused on the now. There was a lot more analysis on how we were playing at Super Rugby level, what he was expecting us. We were getting constant feedback every week on. I mean, let's say I played against the Sharks, I would get a constant. It is like I can't explain it to you, but like a diagram on how my attack was, how my defense was, how my breakdown was, or how a player's attitude to prepare for the game was, so how your video work was during the week. A lot of the stuff that people didn't see, and I think that kind of. Brought it back to guys focusing on their actual individual performance to contribute to a team. So I think that was pretty cool. And then also I think at the Springboks, as any sportsman, I think there were a lot of egos in maybe in some individuals, different teams. I think a lot of guys focusing on the wrong things, maybe focusing too much on like social media or shit that didn't really matter, you know. And I think Rassie came in and his big thing was just playing well on the weekend, like leave everything else. What will make you perform better on the weekend? And that was the thing that I think hit all of us. And I know it made me think, like, am I doing absolutely everything I can to perform better on the weekend, you know? And I think that was a big thing that hit me when he came in as coach. And
that is an excellent thing. You know, I didn't realize the players were so young. I guess I just didn't think about their ages because we have young football players, on our teams. But for him to be selected to represent South Africa twice at a young age. I'm sure it's been more than twice now, but at a young age, and for the coach to come in knowing that there's some, you know, the maturity levels are differently because of the ages on the team. Of course, there's older people, but knowing the players and what they need to focus on and being able to redirect their focus. That's what makes a good coach. And you know, I was never a coach for like a professional team, but I was a coach once upon a time.
Team was you could might as well say you was professional. I say you was professional because you have already surpassed the steps that they was already in, and you was back doing them so you can help them understand what you have once learned.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a professional role there.
I was the professional.
What makes you professional?
I was the professional.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Job.
Yeah, that's what I said. You was professional. The reason why I asked what makes you professional is because it's like a lot of times, you know, and I'm not talking about you, but a lot of times some people can say they're not on that level to do something where they can teach the person, even though they have already learned everything this person is willing to learn as well. You get what I'm saying? So if I know that I played all years in the NFL and then I come out, well, I can use the NFL. Let's say flag football, right? Let's say I've been playing flag football for about 5 years straight, went around the world, and then I came back and I want to teach people. Yes, I'm a professional at this stuff. I've been doing it long enough. I surpassed it. You know what I'm saying? But this is inspiring. I'm sorry.
It is inspiring. Y'all know we love motivational content. So this is motivational to us, especially, you know, this was taped after a win.
Facts,
you know, that's super cool. I just love when coaches come in and do their job.
Yeah.
You know, and that shows the passion in it. when you know your players and what they need to focus on, and not just worrying about just the game. Because any professional sport or whatever is more than the game.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get your mental right before anything.
Facts.
You could be the fastest player on the field, but if your mind not here, if your mind is thinking about whatever was said on social media, a comment that was said, your talent means nothing.
Right.
Because your mind is boggled.
I hear you. Yeah. Because 100%, like, if you are not well oiled up here and your body is, mentally you're going to give up before you even get to the whatever position you need to get to, right? Because you're not mentally ready. You don't have the capacity. And for them to lose and be in them dark spaces, that helps them get ready and have that mental capacity, because that's when a real doubt come in. You know, if you can beat that part of your life, then you're really going to surpass a lot of other things.
Right. And I know South Africans are passionate.
Man.
So I don't know what was going on social media.
Bro. And I want to say something else, too, because you mentioned something about the coach, and that goes to show you what type of coach they have. A lot of them, every video you got sent in, man, every single player has spoke highly about the coach.
Yeah, they have.
Man, about how the coach was there for them, like, was literally there for them.
Yeah,
that's important.
He even cried on the camera. So he loved the sport. Oh, he was a Springbok before, I think. I believe.
Which one?
The coach.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Okay.
It's been a while.
There was a lot of like self-reflecting, and I also just remember writing down. I've got a little book that I kind of write down everything from all the meetings, and still there's like a sentence there. It's what will make me perform better on the weekend with a question mark, and that's still something I ask myself before every session I do. Everything that I do during a day or during a week, all revolves around that question, because in the end of the day, that's going to make the Springboks win. If each guy has got that kind of question and that thought in his head. So I think that was a big thing. And then also just think the simplicity and the plan that he kind of channeled everything down into something small, and I think guys kind of bought into that. And then when we did start winning, I think it's just like a snowball effect, confidence grows, and everyone's confidence in the plan, and guys start playing better, form picks up, and I think that's when the whole Springbok team just became like a complete beast. I think unstoppable is probably a better word.
Okay.
Awesome. But it seemed to take. It didn't happen overnight, though. Like 50% win record at the end of 2018.
Yeah.
And going to the World Cup, like, I'm not sure if there were these amazing victories here and there, but I don't think South Africa were. I mean, do you think South Africa were favourites going to the World Cup?
We definitely weren't. We definitely weren't favourites going into the World Cup, and I mean, Rassie will tell you himself, but he constantly told us and reassured us, and I think all the players knew as well, that we were going to win the World Cup. I remember Rassie coming in, and I think his first meeting, I might be mistake, first or second meeting, but he honestly believed that we would win the World Cup, and I think all his coaching staff did as well. And I mean, I'm not blowing smoke up anyone's arse here, but I've never met a coaching team that went as bone deep and worked as hard as the Springbok management. And I mean, on the program, we've got our meetings are scheduled normally like from 9 to 10, or like there's a time slot. Those guys would start at 6 in the morning, and they'd go, let's say it's a 6 to 7 meeting, they'd go on for 3-4 hours talking about like 2 points. So they really went bone deep and like deep into preparation, and really unpacked everything, and made sure that there were no stones left unturned. And I think that was a big thing. That was massive.
Okay.
Man, that's hard, bro. That's hard. Hey, I hope this inspired y'all, man, and just be proud as well, bro, because look at the people that's representing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all favorite team. Come on, man, let's get it.
I would love for them to do an updated, what's it called, documentary. I would love for that.
I like that.
So we can hear the background stuff that was happening. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.